Hello students. Today let's see lesson number 9, the diary of a nobody. Let's say something about writing a diary. Diary writing is a good practice with many benefits. Some personal diaries, for example, the diary of Anne Frank, to name only one here, are celebrated in history. Such personal diaries allow us to look not only at the life of a particular person and the people he or she is associated with, but also at the times of the diary writer, thus often becoming an important social document to others. Now let me give you a short introduction to the lesson. The Diary of a Nobody is an excerpt from an English comic novel that tells the readers about a middle-aged city clerk and the daily routine of his life. Written in the late 1880s, it offers a few glimpses of a bygone era, of the past time, through the mundane, that is, dull or ordinary life of a clerk of lower middle class status who has some social aspirations, and it also pokes fun at pompous Pooter's petty concerns and pretensions. Mr. Pooter's comical tendency towards self-importance, which is reflected in the diary, has given rise to the word Pooteris, which refers to the talking of oneself excessively seriously. Now let's try to understand the whole lesson, paragraph by paragraph. My dear wife, Carrie, and I have just been a week in our new house, a nice 6-roomed residence with a front breakfast parlor. We have a little front garden, and there is a flight of 10 steps up to the front door, which, by the by, we keep locked. Comings, going, and our other friends always come to the little side entrance, which saves the servant the trouble of going up to the front door, thereby taking her from her work. We have a nice little back garden which runs down to the railway. We were worried about the noise of the trains at first, but the landlord said we should not notice them after a bit, and took £2 off the rent. He was certainly right, and beyond the cracking of the garden wall at the bottom, we have suffered no convenience. Charles Porter tells the readers that his wife, Carrie, and he had moved to a new house. He describes it as having 6 rooms with a little front garden and a little black garden which runs to the railway. And so they are worried. They think that they will be disturbed by the noise of the trains made. But the landlord tells them they should not worry about the noise of the trains. They will not be disturbed by it after some time. And that's why he takes £2 off the rent. In other words, he reduces the rent by £2. The author says that he was right, because after some time they were not disturbed at all by the noise made by the trains. They had no inconvenience at all. After my work in the city, I would like to be at home. What's the good of a home if you are never in it? Home, sweet home, that is my motto. I am always in of an evening. Our old friend going may drop in without ceremony, or our neighbor Cummings might pop around. My dear wife Caroline and I are pleased to see him if he drops in on us. But Carrie and I can manage to pass our evenings together without friends. There is always something to be done. A tin tacked here, a Venetian blind to put straight, a fan to nail up, a part of a carpet to nail down, all of which I can do with my pipe in my mouth, while Carrie is not above putting a button on a shirt, mending a pillowcase, or practicing on our new cottage piano. It is also a great comfort to us to know that our boy Willie is getting on so well in the bank at Oldham. We should like to see more of him. Now for my diary. In this paragraph, the narrator wants to tell us about his home. He says that his motto is home, sweet home. If our home is not sweet, if we do not make our home a good home, it is of no use. That's why he says, what's the good of a home if you are never in it? If we have a home, we should be in. Thereafter he speaks of his old friend going and his neighbor Cummings who come there to spend some time with them. And even if they do not come, they do not have any problem. They can manage to pass their evenings together. That is, he and his wife. He says that he can do many things with his pipe in his mouth. His wife is also ready to do any menial job, like putting a button on a shirt, mending a pillowcase, or practicing on a new cottage piano. He also says something about his son Willie. He says that their son Willie is working in the bank at Oldham. He is getting so well there, but they have not seen him for a long time, and so they should like to see more of him.